Good morning, welcome back to my living room. If you've never been here before, my name is Tuesday Enthusiast, also known as Aiden. I run a little art shop, and we are back for the second installment of the knitting podcast. Today it's probably gonna be shorter than the first one, since the first one I had like every whip from the previous year out and ready, but since you're all familiar with my giant basket of projects now, after I organize them and all that fun stuff, if you aren't familiar, I don't know what side the cards pop up on, but I'll have it in the cards and I'll link it down below for you to see a deep dive into every project that I still have on the needles. Also, I have a little home cafe. It's essentially like an entire barista style coffee bar and also alcoholic bar. I don't drink, but my friends do, and I'm a bartender, but I love to like serve people little fun drinks. But I also noticed that I was spending a stupid amount of money at coffee shops, and I was like, I can just do it myself. So my partner for my birthday this past year bought me an espresso machine, and I've been loving it. And today I have a hazelnut caramel little ditty. If you haven't tried hazelnut and caramel together and you happen to also own hella syrups, or you have access to a coffee shop that lets you kind of mix and match your own, I recommend. Anyway, we're gonna get into it. I'm really excited about this first one because it and I have been making eye contact like bubble style for the past 2 years. It's this bad boy. It's all done, and it's for my partner. This is a riff on Ann Wetzel's Clint Classic. My partner's favorite colors are this like tealy blue and purple. They picked out the wool themselves a couple years ago, and I thought there's a little lint. I thought the sock monkey detailing would be a nice way to incorporate both of those colors together. So that teal white cream stripe thing happens also on the collars. Nope, the collar, the sleeve cuffs, and the bottom, but then the rest of it is that solid purple that they really love. They tried it on and it fits okay. Yeah, I love the details of the raglan increases in this pattern specifically. All of Ann Wetzel's stuff is so beautiful, and I'm so intimidated by it because it's all this like intricate geometric color work that I'm sure it's not as hard to knit as I'm like hyping it up to be. But if you haven't heard of Ann Wetzel, I recommend checking out her work. It's stunning. But yeah, I'm really excited to finally give this to my partner after it's been staring at the two of us for actually like 2 years, which is a little embarrassing, but it is what it is sometimes when you're crafting. Yeah, I am loving it. And I made it out of a baby wool. My partner has really sensitive skin, so it is an acrylic baby wool, this one, because alpaca, lamb's wool, all of that stuff kind of sets their skin off. It makes them really itchy. So the baby wool I found was a good solution to give them a nice cozy sweater that's also breathable and isn't gonna piss off their skin. I really like the purple and the teal and how they went together. At first I was skeptical, I will not lie to you, about how the color combo would work, but it actually is really calming somehow. Yeah. That's that. Second finished object that I need to block, very exciting, is the seamless collar. As you can see, it's a little bibby right now, but that will go away in the blocking, and I need to weave in the singular end to no one's surprise. But this is a pattern that I have coming soon. It's a little dickie that you can wear under a like under another shirt, or I've been wearing it under my coat when I go outside just to like test her out, see it's warm. I really like the edge details. It fits really well. I finished the black one also. That's off the needles. I finished the black one and gave it to my best friend over Christmas, and they sent me some photos of them in it, and it looks so good, and I'm so happy that they like it. And then I finished this one for me as well. So those two are completed projects. since the last time we spoke. And I should have the pattern coming out for this soon. I'm in the last couple phases of like editing and making sure my math's on all of the parts and that it's size inclusive and all of that stuff. And that I'm clear, because some of the rows, there's like a row from hell. I've filmed a like side-by-side video to go with this when I do release it, because there's a singular row from hell that's just unnecessarily complicated, but in order to get something seamless, it needed to be that way. So I guess it was necessarily complicated, but still, it's a bit of a ride, that row. So I'm almost done editing that video and the pattern. This will be available on the Ko-fi shop that I have linked down below, where you can get any of my other art as well. So yeah, exciting stuff. Last thing that I have to show you right now that's actually on the needles is regarding the art exhibit. So my date got pushed up, so I thought I had close to 6 months. Your girl's art might be in the gallery next week. Next week, bro. Or like 2 weeks from now. From the day of filming. It might be going up by the time this video is going up. Anyway, that's fun impression crazy. I cannot believe that. I only have a couple pieces ready. I have some jewelry that I've made that's ready to go, but I only have a couple knit. I have one finished knit tapestry, which is the one that y'all saw in the last knitting vlog, but then I have this one, which is almost done. This is my Dancing Queen tapestry. I'm working on the crown right now. It's reversible, unlike the other one. So it's taken a little longer to knit because of its reversibility and the techniques involved in that. But I think for this one I wanted it to be reversible. The burgundy rainbow kind of situation that I picked is really loud. And for some people they might want it really loud, like this, where it's mostly dark, and then other people in other spaces might prefer it more creamy with this burgundy sort of situation happening. So I'm hoping to be done this by like 3 or 4 days from now so that I can price it out and finish by attaching the hanging zone, like the little string and the dowel to the top so that it hangs nicely. I need to wash and block it because of the double knitting technique. Some of my tension is a little wacky, especially for some reason in here, like maybe I was stressed in this zone or something in these couple rows. But it's been really fun to knit this bad boy. I really love knitting a tapestry, I've learned, so I think that's a direction I want to be going in with my knitting, is designing sort of like art now as opposed to garments. I do love a knit garment. I'm gonna finish my knit garments in my basket, but when I was sorting through my whips, I realized I had like an entire week's wardrobe, professional wardrobe for the winter time, staring at me half done. And then I was kind of like, why would I cast on another garment right now? Like, I think I need to focus on something like this that's fun for me to do and is, I think, stunning. I think so fun. And I like that when I'm done with it, it will get a home where it's like cherished, especially if somebody purchases said art at the studio. So this and the other tapestry, the girl with the coffee mug, those will be available for purchase very soon, if not now, which is exciting and scary. I never thought, like bingo card wise, that my art would be taken this seriously, this quickly. Like, I think it's a part of like the people I know. Like, I happen to know this gallery curator and they were interested in my stuff, which is convenient, but I just started out like publicly sharing my art, and this deal was made before I even started YouTube. The whole thing is kind of crazy. But yeah, that's the last thing on my needles. Upcoming projects, once I finish this bad boy, we are sticking on to the itinerary as outlined by me regarding the basket. So I have this book cover that I need to get little buttons for. I don't have buttons in my house. I thought I did. So I need to get some buttons and then make some clasp situations on this. This is self-drafted, but it's just 6 squares sewn together to make a pouch. So do with that what you will. I wish I had a pattern for this. Yeah. Anyway, I need to make this sock's friend, so I have a pair. So this, I think, is a Sunday sock by Petit Knit. We've talked about it briefly a couple times. But yeah, I want a matching sock. Downside, I knit it off of vibes. Like, I didn't count my rows or anything. I just like literally looked at the length and went, yeah, that's probably where I want it. And then when I was doing the foot part, the part between like the flat long part before you get to your toes, I just tried it on a couple times and then went, yeah, that fits how I want. So in order to knit its friend, I now have a giant counting project where I need to like count how long the like calf piece is. And then the heel will kind of do itself based on just how many stitches are around. I remember how many I cast on. And then I'll have to count again along here to determine how long my sock is before I start decreasing. Next time I will be knitting 2 together. After I found out that you could knit 2 socks together at the same time, side by side on interchangeable needles, my mind exploded, and I wondered why anybody would do it any differently. Granted, this is like my second ever sock, because socks scared me until last year. Last year my resolution was to knit a sock. And girl, did I ever knit a sock. 1. I knit 1 sock, so that's that. Last thing upcoming, if your name is Christian and you have been to my house, you need to sit this one out, buddy. I'm so sorry. I know you watch these because you commented recently on a video, and I appreciate that, and I appreciate you being here, but this is about you, so I need you to skip or skedat. Thank you. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. You'll know soon. You'll know soon. Okay. Anyway, for the rest of you who are not named Christian, my friend Christian is getting married this summer. And I know collectively that them and their partner love, they love this blue, my friend, and this like shade of red. This is a scrunchie. We're rolling with it because I don't have it. I don't have this color wool. And then their partner loves this color yellow, which is so convenient for me because it's a little primary color group. And I was thinking of making them a pied Mondrian style crochet blanket, but out of squares. Do I know how to do that? I can make squares. Is there a pattern that I'm following? No. I'm kind of making it up. I do need to get some yarn for it. This is the Karen or Canron. No, I think it's Karen. It's some of the Karen balls that I happen to have around that are like the same weight and they have the same like glossy finish and they're nice and smooth to the touch. I think I'm gonna need to get a couple more balls of this for that project, but I would really like to crochet them like a throw blanket for their living room. I think they're moving in together for the first time like once they get married, which is very exciting to me for them to like be starting their life. And I think there's something really important about having something that's like a keepsake like that will last your entire life, you could like wrap your kids in or cuddle under the couch, up to the couch on. It's like decoration as well as a functional piece. And yeah, so that's kind of the plan. And I need to get that done by August. But if my gallery date has moved up, then I can focus my attention on that and kind of throw caution to the wind regarding my basket plan, which I will resume, but this gift takes priority. Hi Mochi, do you wanna? Yeah, but I will be prioritizing that over the like late winter into spring, just to ensure that the gift actually gets done for the wedding date. Isn't that right? Because otherwise I would feel really bad. So that's kind of what I'm envisioning with this, but probably there's a lot of white in a Piet Mondrian originally, and I do love the idea of some white, but I probably won't quite do as much white as that. And I'm thinking of maybe instead of a pure black for the borders, I might go with a navy. I think it might bring a bit more life into it. It will look essentially black, that vibe will still be there, but it just won't be as like light-suckingly dark as a black. Yeah, so you're definitely following me along for that. I've done a couple squares for the blanket before I knew that my studio date was pushed up. I tried experimenting with some of these. I don't like how I joined them. It is a beautiful seamless join, but I feel like any pressure on that and it looks so ugly. And crochet blankets often do get like, you know, jostled. So I'm gonna use a stronger join, and then I crocheted, like about 10 more of these blue squares because I had the blue wool. I ran out of the yellow after 3, and I have most of a ball left of the blue. But I do need to pick up, I keep dropping squares. I do need to pick up some red and some white and some black for that. I considered using the white in my stash. I still might. It's just not as soft as this Karen stuff. And I feel like there might be a textural difference to them when they're using it. But maybe I'm getting in my head about it. Maybe I need to like have my partner blind test, feel some squares for me. I'll get a little crazy about it and be like, put this blindfold on. This is square A. Does it feel different than square B? So yeah, that's kind of on the docket for me. Thanks for checking in. Thanks for hanging out. I hope this video found you somewhere cozy. I hope it found you where you were. I hope it provided some inspiration or some company while you're crafting. This happened so fast, I cannot believe a month had already gone by. Yeah. So anyway, I will talk to you next time, and feel free to stick around and check out some others if you want. It's been a slice. I will talk to you soon. Bye!